Adam Thielen, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands. A lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's a
pick those things back up. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run here with Zenner. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Bradford on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
So out now come the Lions. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make them going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On the carry, this is Zenner. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Here we go now.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, Bradford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Vikings a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A gain of 6 there on first. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A first down throw for Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Peterson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. From back at the 3 now, this is third and goal. They come out here in the I. Here's Peterson on third and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Stafford, he's got time. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Bradford now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Bishop Sankey. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Lions will take over. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Oftentimes, when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Out of his end zone, Bradford. And Diggs has it. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So now you look at the numbers and what has caused this dip here back-to-back. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Back near the goal line, Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. It's complete to Diggs. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now it's Tate. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Stafford here. Finding time. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Stafford on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
It's caught. Jones. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
Stafford looks to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run. This is Xander. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Zach Xander, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. Now Bradford, and Rudolph has it left side. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bradford. Man on the crossing route. 2. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here, Bradford. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. Now Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And the final play here will be Bradford going down to a knee. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Here's the option going right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Bradford to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now Bradford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Holding. Defense.
But, Charles, a 1-score game down to the